Hi, mamas. Wow, my light needs to adjust a little bit. Sorry, it's gonna take a second. I wanted to jump on here. I had put a post on this page the other day talking about it was just like a generic like ask me how post and everything. And I think I called it Let's Get Kissable. That was the one. Let's Get Kissable. And because I've been getting a lot of messages lately about doing specific videos. And can I just tell you, I love that. Like, I love it, love it, love it. Because you guys know I love doing videos, right? So because I love doing them, sometimes I'm like, what's the best thing to do a video on today? And, but the fact that you guys are now asking me for specific things, I love it. It gives me content and it also lets me know what you guys want to see and what you guys want to learn. So that's super cool for me. I love it. So keep those requests going. That post is going to stay up on my page all the time. So anytime you guys have a specific look you're going for, then feel free to ask me a question, ask me for tips, tricks, anything like that. But also you guys can put pictures of specific looks. If you guys are like, hey, I'm wanting to achieve this look, show me how. Then I can show you how to imitate that specific look. So clearly today, Courtney has no eyebrows on. So one of the questions that I got on that post was, how do you get your brows even? So that is a more specific request than just like, how do you do your brows? How do you get them even? So I'm going to show you guys really quick how I achieve that every day. And so the first thing that I'm going to say is I don't get them even. The reason why is that brows are supposed to be sisters, not twins. Okay? So yes, we want them looking similar. That's very important, but it's not so important that they are exactly symmetrical. I mean, I would even say like it's more important for your winged eyeliner to be more symmetrical than your brows, but still we want them related. Absolutely. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. And the reason why I didn't, usually you guys know when I come on here to show you a specific look, I'll have like one done. So you can see, Jessica, you're so funny, sisters, not twins. And that's important. That's important that you accept that fact. So anyways, usually when I come on here, I will have one thing done so you can see what I'm comparing it to. But the reason why I thought it would be fun to come on here with absolutely nothing on my brows at all is so you guys can see you're going to mess up. I mess up every single day. It's a process. So I'm going to show you guys how I shape them and how I build them to look like sisters. Not twins, sisters. But you guys will see, like, I'll have to, like, after I get done with this brow and do this one, I'll realize I need to do, I'll need to fix up this one a little bit to match where I got with this one. So it's all a process. Let's jump in. So what I do my brows with is I use a very just flat edge. You see how thin that is. A flat brush. You can use, obviously, any brand. My favorites have always been either MAC. That was like my ride or die brush forever. But the one that I've been using for the last, gosh, I think since like September is my Morphe brush. Is that going to be upside down? Yep, that's going to be upside down. So my Morphe brush. I love it. And you can pick it up for like $2. That's nice. So, okay. So, and then obviously I'm going to be using our Garnet ShadowSense for my brows. If you are fair and blonde, you probably want to go more Mocha Java. If you are super, super dark hair, you can even mix in some onyx. I find that Garnet, for me, it matches my roots just so that it just ties everything together. Because since I have such dark roots, because I have kind of that balayage ombre effect that Angela Hess gives me so wonderfully. Love you, girl. Then this, it just matches and it just ties everything together. Okay. So this is how I do it. I take my ShadowSense on my brush and I take okay, so this is the applicator. And like seriously with our ShadowSense, look how much product you get on the applicator, and you don't even need to use all of that. So I take my brush and I kind of hit it towards the edges. Notice that I'm not going like this against it, right? I am hitting the edges, like I'm almost like scraping it. That's a better word to use for it. I'm scraping my brush against the ShadowSense applicator to put product on there. The reason why that motion is so important, you guys will see that I do that in my eyeliner as well. The reason why that motion is so important is that it's binding the brush hairs together, so you're getting a very even controlled application. Okay, so I always start with my wing. I know that, or not my wing, I'm so sorry, my tail. I know that a lot of people start out here, and I'll show you why I don't do that. So I always start with my tail, and this part is like the easiest part because we're just filling it in. Also, can we just you know, bring to attention, Courtney, like, I need to get it together, because I'm always like, every single time that I come on here for a tutorial, I'm like, yeah, I haven't waxed my eyebrows in like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. I don't have like a normal wax girl. And my darling Sue, last time I complained about this on camera, she was like, you need to go to this person. Yeah, did I follow up? No. I'm just really busy, and I never really like have anybody to sit with my kids during the day, because what I choose to use my sitters for is usually not that. So with ShadowSense, say you go outside of your line at all. Do you see how I just gave a little bit of an outside? Because it is cream to powder, you can just scrape that right off with your finger. We're not trying to get like super technical here. And so now this part where we do the inside part, this is where we get a little bit more detailed. So you guys can see I just filled in my tail. That's all. So with this part, I do like a bolder brow. So I shape mine a bit. Like you guys can see like how, you know, I mean, you guys have never seen me with like a brow like that before. So this will be the method that I use for that. But I know that that's not the original question, is shaping your brows. It's just getting them even. So I promise I will address that. So what I do is I start here and I give myself a line and I shape on over, okay? Now, when you first do this, you're going to see how bold that line is underneath. And so with it being a cream to powder formula, you can drag this up, okay? So I've already created that line because I want structure, right? But after that line is established, I can drag that up into my brow hairs right there. And that is what is going to give us a very natural, not like painted on look, right? Because we don't want to go there. I mean, I am not by any means claiming to like rock the natural look every day, because we all know I don't. I love makeup, and I am not ashamed that I look completely like, I'm not gonna say fake, but we all know I did not wake up like this. So we are just going to fill that in according to that line. Now, what I was doing over here is I'm giving myself, once I can feel and I can tell that I've used the majority of the product off of my brush and I'm really just moving it around in my brow at that point, that's when I start going on this inner side, right? And I'm just filling that in very, very carefully, because what I'm doing is I'm giving myself an end to my brow. You guys see that, you know, mine usually like angles over. I am just giving it more of a defined end to my inside. Now, when we're talking about shape though, you guys keep doing this trick, okay? We all learned that trick when we were 12. Stick with it. It works. So you take your brush, you go to the outside of your nose, and on the inner corner of your eye, go all the way up. Don't bring in your brows any more than that, or else you start looking browish. Is that a term? Browish? Oh, Jessica said, it's so tough to go get a 15-minute wax with kids. I feel ya. Like, who wants to babysit for 45 minutes? Exactly. And you bring up a good point. And then you forfeit a date night because you don't want to bug your sitter again. Girl, you feel me. We're like soul sisters. I'm convinced of it like every single day. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this top portion here, but I'm not going to go too in depth with it because, again, I'm going to do this brow and I want them to match. Okay? So what I'm doing right here is I'm just creating a very finished edge to my brow. Okay. Also, do you guys like how, like, I'm just putting on my brows at like 6:27? I'm awesome. But in all fairness, I did my running training today, and so I didn't get a chance to get ready after my shower until this afternoon, which is fine. We're all busy mamas. Okay, so now I'm going to start on this side. So this is like I could rock that brow, and I may not have to change it. It all depends on how this one goes. So this is an adventure, and we're going to see how we get them to match. So this is like the true test. So again, I'm going to start with my tail, and I'm just going to start filling this in, right? Oh, and while I'm doing this easy part, I'm going to tell you guys, because I know I said in the title of the video that I was going to do a contest update. Do you guys want to hear how silly I am? So I live in North Salt Lake, Utah. So my kid goes to school in Davis County, right? So we obviously had school off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday, but then we had a teacher prep day yesterday, Tuesday, right? So I'm really embarrassed to admit this, but okay, so you guys see I'm doing that same line again, right? I'm really just imitating the exact same thing that I did on the other eye, right? Okay, so I'm embarrassed about this, but I woke up this morning, I sent Brody off to school. Brody's my 9-year-old. He's in 3rd grade. He's wonderful. And by wonderful, I mean he's my heart and soul, but he tests me every day. Every day. So anyways, I sent him off to school and went about my day. And then I get a message from somebody and they're like, hey, I really want to enter your contest. Is it too late? And I was like, no, girl, you got till like tomorrow morning. Go ahead. Yeah, I've been on Tuesday mode all day long. So then I got 2 more messages after that about people wanting to still enter the contest. And if you guys are confused about what I'm talking about, I'm running a contest right now where if you watch a super easy video, then you enter to win 2 free lip colors and a candlelight ShadowSense, right? So then I get a message from a girl that I just adore, and she told me that she did something, and she was like, because I was waiting to see if I won, and I didn't. And I was like, but I didn't choose a winner yet. And then I go, and somebody else had tagged on my page saying, like, did you choose a winner? Yeah, it's Wednesday. I was supposed to choose my winner this morning at 9, so I apologize that I didn't, but I told like 3 people today that they could still enter. So don't hate me. I'm going to choose a winner tomorrow morning at 9. But that just means that the rest of you guys have a chance to still watch that video. Just scroll to the original post where I announced the contest, and then that will have the video in it. All you have to do is watch that video and then private message me the answer to my question. That's all. That's all you got to do. Super easy. Do it tonight. You know you want to. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up that top edge now that I'm like done babbling throughout filling that eyebrow. So I'm gonna clean up the top edge the same way that I did over here, right? Give myself an inquisitive little brow here. No, I'm just really just giving myself some shape. And also a little bit more of an arch. Okay? So usually, now I'm going to be honest with you guys, at this point, usually I'm calling it a day, right? They are not exactly symmetrical. This is what I want to bring to your attention. Do you see how right here on top, look at the edge of my brush, not the body of it. This right here is more full than right here. So for the sake of the video, I could show you guys, okay, so now I'm going to build this up more, right? Which I'm not. You can see I'm not touching, right? So I could build that up more up there, right? And then I could even further scrutinize myself and say, this part right here has a little bit more of a curve to it than right here, which is a little bit more of just an angled line. So then what I could do is I could drag that to straighten it out. But if you look at me dead on right now, would you look at me crazy in a grocery store? No, because my brows are sisters, not twins, right? So let me show you, just for the sake, again, of this video, what I would do. I would just go like this, right? I'm just building it up just a little bit more so that, oh, now all of a sudden they're twins, right? And then I could shape this in a little bit more. Oh, they're twins. So now do you see how they're like perfectly symmetrical? So all you do is build on each side. And you know, that method usually works best if you like a bolder brow, which I do. I don't feel like my brows are like out of control by any means. Otherwise I wouldn't wear them. But I do like, you know, a bolder brow than just, I'm not going to do like a skinny little line. I don't think that's flattering on anybody, to be quite honest with you, but definitely not on me. So that, my darlings, is how I match my brows. That's how I shape it. If you have any specific questions about any of the methods that I used just now, or like products, or what you do if that, or if you're trying to achieve a certain look, then go ahead and throw them in the comments below. I would love to answer them. And also, if this wasn't like a sufficient answer to the original question, so sorry, then go ahead and clarify, and I would love to expand on this. So you guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as usual. Love you, mamas.